Today we're going to bring a 4G LTE router. Now this one's perfect for traveling. If you're going to be out in the field and you're limited with internet, you could do a couple of things you can do, all right? First of all, you could set up your own router, your own connection, your own Ethernet connection in the actual system. It's there where it says WAM here, or you could connect a computer to the wire once you set that up. If not, you can always set up your SIM card, which is here, your micro SIM card that's going to go in here. And then to power it up, of course, you're going to need it's included, a cable, a type C, and it's going to require only 5 volts. So simple brick could do it, right? Or you could connect to your computer and power it up itself. Now, if you forget the password and you don't remember it, you can always reset it too. Of course, they give you the pin here included with it. And this is actually to take out the SIM card too. We're going to set it up. We're going to test it out in 2 ways. Now, this has a dual band, all right? And just to let you know, the dual band is for actually, which if you want to go to a lower hertz, which it has two different dual bands. It has the 5 hertz and 2.4. We're going to set it up and see how it works. And then we're going to go into the settings and connect to there too. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and connect power to it first, all right? We are going to connect an existing internet connection that we have, all right? So we're going to connect it. If you want to connect a cable to another computer to get fastest speeds, you can do that. But right now, we're going to go ahead and set up a wireless device. We're going to go ahead and set up through it wirelessly first. And the way it works, we're going to go ahead and go to settings, and I'm going to show you guys. All right, let's take a look at the actual device itself. So right now we have 5 volts connected to it, and we do have an indication light that's active. And so all you got to do is go to your wireless. I'm going to show you guys on my wireless here. And then you got to look for the NRadio, which you're going to see it right here. Now they're going to give you two options. You can go 5 hertz or 2.4. And right now we're going to try to see if we can just get the first one going. And it says 16.D6. That's the one we're going to get. So we're going to hit that one and connect. All right. Now the default password is going to be simple. For the first time using it, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So we're going to go ahead and do that for numbers. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then next. And that's going to connect us directly to the internet, right? Well, you'll see the actual connection. There it is. We're connected to it. So it's acting like a router. And then you could have multiple devices, not just this device, but you could have all the devices connect to it. Many devices could connect to this and use the same internet connection. So let's go ahead and test another thing now. And we're going to log into the actual system. But before we do that, we're going to set up an actual SIM card in here. So let's go ahead and disconnect from here. All right, let's go ahead and disconnect the system itself. We're also going to unplug it first. And what you got to do is go in here. So if you're ever going to buy a SIM card from your provider, it could be from any phone provider. They sell internet SIM cards. You could either do a monthly payment, install it, or you could just do a one-time fee of usage. All right. So we end up buying a usage one, and we're going to go and install it. So once you get this pin, and I'm not going to unplug it, you have to find a tiny little indentation here. It's in the corner right here. You click on it, and it pops out, right? So once it pops out here, you're going to see a little bedding in here, and this is what the actual SIM card goes. So we're going to put this on the side. We're going to grab our SIM card, and like I said, it has to make sure it reads in the bottom. So just follow. It's kind of like you have to follow the indentations how it goes, and that's pretty much it. So let's go. It's already there. So let's go ahead and put it back in here, and then all you got to do is close it down. Once you close it down, let's go ahead and power it up. So we're not going to use our internet. I'm going to go ahead and use the SIM card, and then we're going to log into the actual system and set up our actual password or admin password. It just came up right now, so we're going to go ahead and click on it and connect, and our password is the same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but we are not changing it yet. We're going to change it as soon as we log in through the actual web version, the browser. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, once we're connected, we're going to go ahead and open the internet browser, and we're going to go into the system itself. All right, the default IP address, we're going to go into it and set it up. All right, so to get into a router, you're going to have to configure your own IP. It's a IP that's going to be distributed by the router. And if you guys can see the default gateway in the right below it, it says 192.168.66.1. That's where we're going to log into the browser to actually activate, and not only that, actually monitor the system. So let's go into a browser, and what we're going to do is we're going to type in the IP address, all right, that we just talked about. The IP address is 192 168.166.1. All right, hit enter. Now it's going to go into secure system. We're going to log in directly to this system and we're going to make some changes. We could change the password there. We could monitor the actual SIM card and so forth. So we're logging into the system itself right now. All right, we're already logged into the system right here. If you guys can see that. Now for the password, this is going to be different to log into the browser. It's going to be admin, all right? Admin. That's all you got to do. And then we're going to go ahead and so you guys can see it. Lowercase, hit login. And if they ask you more information, you could change it here. So we're going to say never for this. Now, here's the information you require, all right? If you want to know about your client, your how many more gigs you have on your actual SIM card and so forth, and the signal. Now, you got a lot of controls in here. You got the internet, Wi-Fi, cellular, and client. Right now, if you guys can see, we have two different options. We have 2.4 and 5 hertz to connect to. And then, of course, this is us, will be the client, our strength levels, and what system do we have? We have a T-Mobile and so forth. So let's go ahead and connect to the cellular. We're going to go ahead and cellular. And we're going to see more information on our cellular right now. So here you can modify your actual cellular connection. If you don't have roaming, you could turn that off in here. And then client, we're going to go on client, and that's pretty much your bandwidth, how much speeds we have, up to how many megabytes per second we have, and so forth, and the name of the computer and stuff. Advanced, we're going to go into advanced. And these are more for diagnostics and to see who's actually also on your network and so forth. You could do port forwarding. If you have a VPN, you could set up your VPN directly to it and then diagnose. You could even set up your own IPs and change the IP that came as a default. You could reboot the system, account management, and so forth. So when you go back to the internet, it's going to show you what kind of internet we have. Right now it says cellular only, but if you connect a cable, you could do cellular or you could do bandwidth, which is the WAM card. And then we go back home. And on home, it just takes you back to the default. So let's go ahead and set out the speeds that we have right now. If you guys can see this, the system right now is, I'm connected directly. We're going to go in here and we're going to type in speed test. All right, let's test our speed test. So you just type in Google and it could take you to the speed test. So we're going to run the speed test of how fast we have the bandwidth. Right now, we're using cellular. Of course, it depends on your location. And right now, I'm not in a very good cellular station. We don't have that many antennas around us. But I mean, these are decent speeds to actually work through the day. And like I said, we could share this with multiple devices, not just the actual laptop, but like I said, you could have more, 3 or 4 parties connected to the same system. And you can always change the password and the username. Also, it doesn't have to be admin. It could be anything you want. And all you got to do is go back into the settings. And that's where you actually change everything under advanced. When you go advanced, you'll be able to change all these things in through here, right? And of course, you could set up your Wi-Fi guest. And if you want to, maybe lower down the bandwidth on that, you could control that through here. Very simple to actually go. It's very thorough and to go through every single one. So if you guys have a big, large party and you want to make sure you get the best connection, this is something you have to manage through here. Very simple. The device ready to go. Take it anywhere you want in the park, travels, airports, and so forth. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. 99.6 of you are not subscribers in my channel. I hope that the content helps you out and that you find it very useful. And I hope you hit the like and subscribe.